Hey guys, Suraj here from TMCB. In today's video, let's talk about day 5. Day 5 in 100 days of code learning in Python. And today we're going to talk about a free resource. So without much further delay, let's directly get into the topic. Okay, before entering into the topic, I request all of you to click on that subscribe button so that you guys don't miss on any of the content that I'm going to give for this 100 days of code learning in Python. Also, do comment if you have any queries. So without much further delay, let's talk about the free resource today. This free particular resource that I'm going to talk about is called GUVI. It's a e-learning platform. It's got a couple of recorded videos and they also have live classes, but those are all on the paid versions. Since we're going to talk about free resources, I'm going to talk about this particular course called Python with IIT certification. Yes, this is absolutely correct. It is with IIT certification, but there is a small twist to this. In case you want the certification, then you need to pay some minimal amount, which is around 1,999, which on total it's 2,000. But let's say that you don't need any certification. You just want to go and see how the course is being developed, how the course is being taught. You're free to go ahead and do it, but you just want to get the certification if you're not paying this particular sum of 2,000 rupees. But if you want to just go ahead and learn the topics and brush up your basics or brush up on what are the assignments that these people are providing, on how they're teaching, and what are the IDEs that these people are using, and what are the different modules or topics that it's being taught in the IIT certification. All you have to do is you just have to get into the website, find this Python for IIT certification and just enroll in it. For enrolling, they do not ask you a single rupee. It is only for the certification. That too, once you complete the whole course and assignments that has been there in the course, only after that you need to pay the amount of 2,000 rupees in order to get your certification. Also, please note this is not a sponsored video. GUVI does not even know that I'm talking about them. So this is not any biased opinion. I've personally been doing this particular course in GUVI. I still haven't paid for the certification because I want to understand how well the course is. And there are 4 levels in the course to talk about. First thing is beginners module. Then you have intermediate. Then you have advanced, and then you have an expert module. In the beginners module, as we all know, they talk about course overview, they talk about why Python and what is an IDE and what IDE should you be downloading in order to run this particular course, which the IDE that these people use is PyCharm. And then they give you numbers and math functions, which is nothing but your operator signs, which is plus, minus, division, to the power. Common errors in Python. These common errors is one particular thing that I haven't learned in any of the other courses that I've been talking about, because you need to understand what is an error. If you get an error in your command box or in your output saying indentation error, you need to understand what that is. If you get an error called as syntax error or a type error, all of these things you need to understand, because now let's say that you have an indentation error and you do not understand what is an indentation error, which is nothing but spaces with each line, right? That's only called indentation. And if you don't understand what that is, you'll just go keep checking the code again and again and make sure that have you put the parentheses properly, have you put the quotes properly, or have you given the variable names correctly, or have you assigned a value correctly, without even understanding what an indentation is. Now that is one really good thing that I liked about this beginners module. And then you have intermediate module, where again they teach you about variables, they teach you about strings, they teach you about conditional statements, they teach you about functions, for and while loop. And the best part is after every module, after basics module, after intermediate, you have an assignment. Now this assignment, you can do it in your own text editor and then copy and paste it in the online text editor of GUVI, or you can directly go ahead and start typing in the online text editor. The assignments of module basic and module intermediate was fairly okay, but then the advanced module assignment is something that I couldn't figure out with my own knowledge, because they had asked about find out whether this particular number is a prime or even number, find out whether the particular number is a prime number, and then they asked us to do a program based on Fibonacci series. Now I'm really good with prime and I'm really good with how to find out an even or odd, but I wasn't good enough to find out the Fibonacci series, so I'm still working on that. But then with whatever they've taught, right, with module 1, module 2, and then the advanced module, they haven't sort of thought about on how to go and find out the prime numbers or how to go and find out the odd or even number. That is one thing I slightly felt maybe they should have concentrated on things like these, but they just go in general. For example, functions as arguments, they go in general. List, tuple, dictionaries, list comprehensions, file handling. File handling is something that I really liked. Debugging in Python, like step in, step over, all of these things. Class and objects. To be honest, I still didn't understand what class and objects are, so I probably have to retake this particular video and go about it slowly. And then you have assignment 3, where I spoke about the 3 assignments, which is how to find a prime number, how to find an even or odd number, and then find the Fibonacci series. Now, this is where I've done yet. I haven't still stepped into the expert module, but I will tell you what are the things that are there on the expert module. On expert modules, you will have something called as Lambda, filters and map, Python, you have Python MySQL, you have iterators, you have Python JSON, and you have final projects. Most probably these final projects are assignments where they will give you a problem and you need to solve this particular problem. Let's say that you finish all of these things, then your last particular tab is get certified. Now when you click on that, that is where you need to pay the sum of 2000 rupees in order to get certified, which is from GUVI, partnered with IIT Madras. So in your certification, somewhere in the corners or maybe even in the center of it, you will get an IIT certified certification, which is really nice, right? And it's see, even if it's not free for the certification, 2000 rupees is fairly a good amount, right? Right now you go out and do shopping for any of the festivals, for sure you're gonna cross this 2000 rupees amount. So it's I fairly think it's a very affordable, and for an IIT certification, which is not very expensive. Also, disclaimer, and also it's like a bonus point for y'all. In this particular website of GUVI, I will leave the link in the description below for y'all to go ahead and check. There are various courses, like there is courses about Excel, there are courses about Microsoft PowerPoint, there are courses about Code Igniters, which is web designer for dynamic, interactive and response. And there are multiple things like you have PHP language, you have Java learning, you can learn about C and C++. There are a lot of other languages also that you can learn. And the prices for these are pretty cheap. Like the course price starts from ₹9. I think right now they have some offers going on at their website, which says techno first sale. That's what their sale is. You have courses from 9 rupees to 500 rupees, which is 499. And I fairly believe that all courses are really nice. They also have live classes and Zen classes. Live classes is when you take up their full stack web development, and Zen class, I think it's offline, which you have to go and do it in that particular center that has been designated in their particular state or any state that they are available at. And those are all, again, it's a bit expensive. They all fall in lakhs. But then if you want to just go and find out, like in recorded class, like in LMS or on online e-learning, they have courses from ₹9 all the way to ₹499, which is pretty nice, pretty cheap. And their courses are really well designed, content oriented. You can find a lot of content in it. The only thing that you need to concentrate or worry about is when you're watching these particular video, please concentrate and watch. Do not use your phone. Don't go into Instagram and do all these things, because that is when you tend to sort of lose interest, or you might not understand what they're trying to teach. Since this is not a face-to-face interaction, you have to be really concentrated when you're watching these videos. That is the only thing that you have to worry about when you're taking up courses like these, which are recorded videos. Now, that's about it, and I wanted to convey all of these because many people who are starting out in their programming are finding difficult to find the right courses, and even if they find the right courses, it's very expensive for them and they can't afford doing those courses, which are in lakhs or even above that. So that is why I sort of thought on day 5, let's talk about a free resource or something that is pretty cheap in order to do it, because getting the certification done for 2000 rupees is not a big deal. You can probably arrange and do it within a day or two. So that is why I thought let's put out this video today instead of Coursera week 5. Now tomorrow I will be talking about Coursera week 5, which is Python for everybody. And let's discuss on what I learned on week 5. Also, if you guys know any courses or anything that you guys want to share it, please do put it in the comment box so that any other viewers or even for me, if I probably didn't know about it, or if any other viewers didn't know about it, they'll probably check the comment section and understand, okay, there are also other resources that are available, so that I grow, you grow, and everyone who watches our video or comments grow with us, right? That's something that I really wanted to go ahead and start doing. So I will meet you on tomorrow's video. Till then, Suraj, we are signing off from TMCB. Peace.